This bird does something every single day that could kill her if her body gets it wrong. And the male of her exact same species? He cannot do it. Not once. Not ever. Not with training. Not with time. Not under any condition on Earth. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why. And it is not the reason you think. You eat this thing almost every day. You crack it open without thinking twice. But you have probably never asked the one question that actually matters. Why does only one half of this animal make it at all? Let's start with what is actually happening inside her body, because it is far more intense than most people realize. Deep inside a female chicken, there is an organ called the ovary. And here is the first strange fact. Most female birds are born with 2 ovaries, just like humans. But almost all of that second ovary shuts down before she is even born. Only the left one keeps working for her entire life. Inside that single working ovary sits something you would recognize instantly. A cluster of tiny yellow spheres, dozens of them, each one a future yolk. They start out smaller than a pinhead. And one at a time, in careful order, they begin to grow. When a yolk is ready, it is released from the ovary. This moment is called ovulation. And from this exact second, a clock starts ticking inside her body. What happens over the next 24 hours is where the real danger begins. The yolk drops into a long, coiled tube called the oviduct. This tube is not simple. It has different sections, each one adding a new layer, almost like a factory line, except the factory is alive, and it is working inside her, right now, every single day of her adult life. The first section wraps a layer of egg white around the yolk. The next section adds more layers, and starts building the membranes that will hold everything together. Then comes one of the most demanding parts of the entire process, building the shell. Her body pulls calcium from deep inside her own bones to build that shell, layer by layer, for close to 20 hours straight. If she does not have enough calcium in her diet, her body will take it anyway, straight from her skeleton, just to finish the egg. Think about that for a second. Every single egg you have ever eaten came from a process that can quite literally borrow from an animal's own bones to finish the job. And here is where the real danger lives. Sometimes the egg gets stuck. Maybe it is too large. Maybe the muscles around the oviduct do not contract the way they should. This condition is called egg binding, and if it is not caught in time, it can kill her. Her entire body, every day, is running a process demanding enough that getting it wrong can be fatal. This is not a gentle, passive event happening somewhere in the background. This is one of the most physically demanding daily processes in the entire animal kingdom. And she does it again and again, almost every single day for years. Now here is the moment that should genuinely surprise you. None of what you just heard requires a male chicken at all. A hen does not need a rooster nearby to lay an egg. She will lay one anyway, on her own schedule, whether a male is present or not. The only thing a rooster changes is whether that egg could ever hatch into a chick. He has no effect whatsoever on whether the egg gets made in the first place. So if that is true, then what exactly is a male chicken's body even doing? Let's go inside a rooster's body now, and the difference is almost shocking in how total it is. A rooster does not have an oviduct. He does not have an ovary. He has none of the machinery you just heard described, not even a smaller, weaker version of it. His reproductive system is built for exactly one job, producing sperm, stored inside 2 internal organs called testes, tucked deep inside his body where you would never see them from the outside. When mating happens, that is the entire extent of his biological contribution. A brief transfer of genetic material. No yolk, no shell. No 24-hour internal construction project. No risk of anything getting stuck inside him. His body was simply never built to do what her body does every day. This is not a small difference. This is not males do a smaller version of the same thing. This is 2 completely different biological blueprints, built from the very beginning for 2 completely different roles. So now the real question becomes, why did evolution split things this way in the first place? To understand that, you need to understand something that surprises almost everyone the first time they hear it. In birds, sex works backwards compared to humans. In humans, males are the ones with the 2 different chromosomes, X and Y, while females carry 2 matching X chromosomes. In birds, it is flipped. Females carry 2 different chromosomes, called Z and W. Males carry 2 matching Z chromosomes. That single difference, decided the instant an egg is fertilized, is what quietly determines, months in advance, whether a chick will grow up with a working oviduct or with testes instead. It is decided before the chick even has feathers. Before it even has a heartbeat. It is written into the very first cell. But chromosomes only explain who gets which body plan. They do not fully explain why evolution built it this way at all. So let's go one level deeper. Producing an egg is expensive. Not in money. In energy, in nutrients, in calcium, in time, in risk. Every single egg a hen produces is a massive biological investment, built to give one specific chick, if fertilized, the best possible chance of survival before it ever takes a single breath. Producing sperm, by comparison, costs almost nothing. A male's body does not need to build a nutrient-packed survival capsule. He only needs to contribute genetic material and let the female's body do the extraordinarily expensive part. Across almost the entire animal kingdom, this exact pattern repeats. The sex that produces the larger, costlier reproductive cell tends to be the one that carries the heavier physical burden. In birds, that burden fell entirely on the female. Not as an accident. As the direct result of millions of years where investing everything into one enormous, resource-heavy cell, rather than millions of cheap, small ones, gave offspring a better chance at survival. So when you really break it down, a rooster was never missing the ability to lay eggs. He was never almost there, just short of finishing the job. His entire body took a completely different evolutionary path, optimized for a completely different function, right from the very first cell he was ever built from. And that brings us back to where we started. Every single egg you have ever cracked into a pan came from a process so demanding, it pulls calcium straight from an animal's own skeleton, runs for nearly a full day without stopping, and carries a real physical risk if anything goes even slightly wrong. And the male version of that exact same species was never capable of doing any part of it. Not because he failed at it. Because his entire body, down to the chromosomes that built him, was never designed to try. The next time you crack an egg open, you are not looking at a simple, ordinary object. You are looking at the finished result of one of the most physically demanding processes any female animal performs, done quietly, every single day, by a bird that never gets any credit for it at all.